Yeah, so Christopher had to fix a planned upgrade that failed for the praise dashboard, so he won't be here. So I guess we'll try and cover what we can, and maybe if it's a short meeting, it's a short meeting. So yeah, so I'll just try and take some notes, and we'll go through the list here that we do every week. So starting with the RAD dashboard, Nuggin, if you're able, are there any updates?
Hey, yeah, well, I can't, like, right now we're kind of refactoring the code a bit and want to try to expand a bit more the descriptions in the notebooks just to kind of polish it up and leave it prepared for the migration to the Commons build repo and make it easier to expand in the future and maybe implement stuff that other DAOs using Praise will need. So that's what I'm at. I haven't actually. We didn't have the sync this Monday, so I'm not. I don't know what UA is up to because we had to cancel it in the last minute. So yeah, that is the update on my part. Also, I will put up the vote for the next distribution after this meeting, so everybody here in the reward board can go and vote after. And that's it.
Sorry, and that's for October or September?
October. The one I posted on Monday.
Uh-huh. Well, damn, this is awkward. Nobody from the developers are here, so I don't really have any updates to share. I mean, I noticed I made a few GitHub issues from the last review call that we had with Livia and Patty and Zep and I think some others dealing with duplicates. And talking to Nebs to get the FAQ page filled with info and live to be used. Anything else? I don't know if you guys have any developer updates, or questions. Okay, awesome. Quantifications. Oh, I guess that'll be opening on Friday. Yeah. So we'll be opening the round on Friday, which will be for, let's see on the calendar here, from the 14th to the 28th of May. And we'll make the updates to include more quantifiers than last round, shooting for like 10 to 12 quantifiers. And remind Christopher to upload quant data. Any questions about quantifications? Okay. Reward board. I think the only pending thing is the one that Nuggin mentioned. And then we'll expect November rewards forum post on Monday. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. Great. All right. Anything else reward board related? Okay. source cred, we still need to figure out how to get people to activate. What's the easiest flow? Because the next quant after this one will be distributing funds 25% from source cred. So we'll need some way to know which addresses to send that to. But the actual distribution won't go out for like another month or 2 months at this point.
We can't use the same database we have from Praise?
I think that's what he was saying. It's like it can't be used because it's to their Discord account, and like you can't just like take it and import it in there. Christopher's saying it was like too much work or something. I'm really not the best person to answer these questions. But basically we need to get the praise data or like their Ethereum address linked with their Discord, their GitHub, and their forum handle.
Yeah, I think as far as I know, SourceGrid just has like the username and that's it. And it can be a different one from Discord. We don't have any kind of ID or anything. So yeah, I think that's the problem mainly.
Thought that was gonna be what the pollen bot does. And then was YYV working on the pollen bot? Was there any problem with that?
Again, I'm not in the know on this stuff, but I remember that's what we had to figure out.
Okay.
Yeah, me neither.
But that's kind of the immediate thing since we'll be distributing funds within like the next month or two. And so we need to get basically people to do whatever interaction that's necessary to get their GitHub and their forum handles. Cool. And then comms. I don't know if there's any updates.
We had a few updates around the character development for the animated video, but yeah, I don't know if the team ran into something, but yeah, we can present them next week.
Okay. Cool. Oh, Christopher's here. Wow.
Hi.
Hey, we're blazing through this schedule. It's amazing.
Yeah,
We just kind of shrugged and then like moved on to the next thing.
yeah, it's good. Not me blabbering, taking up space. I think I solved it, by the way. Now the praise is back up again.
Oh, cool, wonderful. Yeah. Actually, then maybe we can backtrack a little bit. And maybe if you have any updates for praise development.
Yeah, actually I do. We had a developer meeting this Monday where we laid out sort of a roadmap for the for the coming few weeks, because after, or rather in July, things will be slowing down. Matty will be on vacation. I will take at least 2 weeks in July as well, and people will start becoming unavailable, etc. So we thought we'd make a plan for the period up until July 1st, and the goal is that by that date we will have a nice stable version out that we might be able to call version 1 of Praise. So we had this session this Monday where we chose what functionality to try to include in that version, and there's a bunch of things we chose, and then most of them are not sexy new features, but more like stable stuff, making the system more stable, etc. I couldn't tell you which of these features those are, or we
If they're not sexy features, I don't want to hear about them.
no, but the link I sent you, we can include the link to the praise storyboard, where we have chosen these things, and you can all have a look at it. And if you see like there's something that was super high up on your wish list, that is not a super big thing, then you can scream and let us know and see if we can include it.
All right.
There's a Miro board, which is a little bit more visual representation of the stuff we want to implement than the GitHub board, but it's mostly the same issues.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think GitHub will be better for commenting.
Yeah, but there you cannot see. Yeah, you can see. It's actually all the stuff that is in the product backlog. Those are the issues we plan to implement.
Okay. And will you drop it in here or where?
Yeah, I'll do that. So it's the link to the SenHub board, and it's the sprint backlog and the product backlog are the where we're working.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Anything else?
From praise, no.
Okay. Cool. And then this is a reminder to you, everyone bear witness, please, to upload the quant data so we can open the round on Friday.
Yeah, but it's everything is there.
It's automatic now with the new bot.
Yeah. The new bot, of course, feeds the system, and when I uploaded the last batch, after that, we kicked the old bot, so there's no more old data.
Upload process.
No.
Okay, great. Okay. And then we were talking about the reward board, and the only thing is to vote on the October rewards, which Nugget will make the vote for soon. And then we'll go out putting up November rewards on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Source cred, maybe you can help us out with this one, because the next distribution after this one, or the next quant, I guess, will be 25% source credit rewards. And so we'll need to activate people.
Yeah. So we need to make some sort of little campaign, or at least make a banner or something that we can share. Like, these are the steps to take to activate your SourceCred account, because it's only interacting with the SourceCred bot that is already on the TEC server. So basically, you just interact with the bot and follow the bot's instructions, and it should be quite self-explanatory after that. But yeah, that is a message we need to push out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, yes.
Is that something comms can take, Chewy?
I'm sorry, Livy. What were you talking about?
We just need to start a little campaign for people to activate their SourceCred account. So
okay,
maybe
yeah,
have
sure.
like an infographic, like just a quick something that we can share around in the community. With
You mean like the /activate command in the praise channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
similar to that. Just
Yeah, for sure.
one banner with the info. I can send you. I can look up the info because I don't know it yet, or I've forgotten. But I can look it up and send you
And-
like a manuscript. What needs to be there?
Yeah, sure. But I mean, is it something that we can put together with like screenshots or something like that? Because I mean, we can take care of it and I mean, if it's good to start, we can start it like between today and tomorrow. Okay.
And so Livy also mentioned this issue is like, and we touched on it last week of like, not being able to use the data we have. So like we already have their Ethereum address and their Discord handle, but basically you were saying through the pollen bot or the process, like they have to enter that information again along with their GitHub and their discourse.
Yeah.
So how do we make sure that the Ethereum address and the Discord handle are the same?
We cannot.
We cannot. Okay.
And we discussed this quite a lot in the early beginnings of this whole process. This is an issue, and rather it's not ideal. It's not the end of the world if people chose to use two different addresses, but of course it makes our analysis worse, less quality.
Mm-hmm. So now when we make our lists, we would still have a Discord handle, so we can still generate that list that we show on the forum post of who received what.
Mm-hmm.
It just, I don't know if there's anything that needs to happen, like to aggregate that.
I mean, as long as there's an address, that shouldn't be an issue. It will be just ugly.
Okay.
Yeah, but if we use the Ethereum address as the main user identifier in the RAD dashboard, then of course if people use different addresses for SourceCred and Praise, they will be perceived as two different users. But we can of course do also look at the Discord handle, I guess, if that is included in the SourceCred export, and I don't think it is. I don't think we get any information other than the Ethereum address and the amount.
As far as I know, we don't.
So then we have limited abilities to do that kind of double checking.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, then we need to think of something there, because then that, like, you know, that takes us back. Do we just use Ethereum addresses, or because Discord handles, like, you're only getting 75% of the information if we're giving out 25% via SourceCred.
No, I mean the information is there in SourceCred, but it's only when it gets exported. It's not included in the export. So
Yeah.
so we cannot use it for analysis afterwards.
That's the thing, and like with like what was happening with the forum posts, where people wanted to see Discord handles instead of Ethereum addresses, it won't really work.
No, that's correct. For the SourceCred part, that will be difficult as far as I know.
Like we won't really be effectively to show that 25% portion using Discord handles as like the primary reference.
No, that won't be possible if we don't find a way to export the Discord handles. And I guess it's an open ledger sort of. It's a huge JSON file. That's so in theory someone could write a hacky script, I guess, and find that information. But I mean, it's also need to think of trade-offs and what is worth pursuing. Is it really worth putting VivaV or someone to investigate that and take up a week or two of his time to find out that it wasn't possible? Or
Okay.
I feel like having like this data was beneficial, like especially like if we want this initiative of tracking like what everyone's making. So I mean, I don't want to say like it's like putting someone to order and use resources, but I think like even if we could audit a little bit the doc and try to tell people like to use the same address, if that would solve the problem. Would that solve the problem actually? Like if everyone used the same address, no?
No, because the export output won't give us the Discord handle. So
Yeah,
when
but if we knew that everyone used the same address for source cred and praise, then of course we could link the Ethereum addresses and know that the Ethereum address on source cred references a Discord user because it's always a one-to-one link. But we cannot guarantee that.
We can ask nicely, and if we get 80% to do it, that's something we won. And if there's at the end 20% of addresses which are not linked to a Discord ID, well,
yeah,
better than nothing.
That is the quick. And I agree. I would assume that it will be more than 80%. I would assume that everyone will use the same address because
Especially if you ask them.
Yeah, there's no obvious reason not to. So.
So then we would just use the same. We would just show the ETH address that's associated with their praise account, or the Discord handle that's associated with their praise account, because we can assume that the Ethereum address would be the same as the one used in source cred.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and we have just a list of missing user name a bit longer than the 3 reward board members.
Mm-hmm. Is there a way just to like check and like, I don't know, return a warning or an information to us that we know like who used a different one? Is that easy or is it not?
If it would have been easy to know who chose another address, then we wouldn't have needed the whole.
Mm-hmm.
Then we of course could have linked those two identities.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I'd say it's not easy to know.
Okay.
But I could ask someone to have a look because the export function of SourceCred, there is no export function of SourceCred. So you interact with an external service, an external script that runs on this observable website. And that script connects to the SourceCred instance and fetches the information it needs. So who knows? Maybe it's not difficult at all when you do the connecting and the fetching and to not only fetch the Ethereum address, but also fetch the Discord handle. Because I think that in the eyes of SourceCred, the Ethereum address and the Discord handle are is the same type of information. You have your SourceCred identity, which is sort of the key to you as an individual, and then to that identity you connect the data strings. So the Ethereum address and the Discord handle is just the stupid data strings connected to your identity. And if that's the case, then it might be super easy.
Okay. So the immediate
we'll do some research.
Yes. So the immediate solution, until we think of something better, is to make this assumption, ask people to use the same ETH address, assume the same ETH address used in SourceCred and Praise, and then use the Discord handle alias of the Praise account to display distribution information.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
And then whatever happens after that, then we can replace it. Okay. Okay. And anything else with this, or can we move on? Yeah, my brain
I
already.
think that's it.
My brain is sore. Let's move on. Cool. We talked about comms already. Chewy gave us a little update there.
I wanted to ask a question on the analysis. I saw that in this last post, Ivy was still with a really big giver status. Is that is she still transcribing?
The post is from October, so maybe
Oh,
It's from
okay.
October.
That will be the situation all the way up till February, I guess, up until the time where we launched the new bot, and we didn't start using the forwarder function either initially. Yeah, so maybe it's from March or something. I don't remember.
We probably won't see, we won't see it really for another 4 or 5 weeks until we get up to when we start using the new bot.
Yeah, that was dumb of me. Sorry.
No worries. Okay. And then this one, praise and working group chats.
Yeah, I have a concern there.
Yes. tell us.
And it's goes like this. What happens if Sempo starts using praise internally in their working group, but they use praise in a different way than the rest of the community? They make up their own rules of what contributions to praise and etc. So then we have the big data stream that is the whole the community data stream, and then one part of that big data stream will be the Sempo praise data stream that will look and look different to the rest of the data, but it will still be quantified by the same quantifiers and the so I was just thinking, can that lead to weirdness, some kind of weirdness?
You mean you think they would have they would praise different because they would be seeing what each other is praising? What is the difference of praising in the chat, in one chat versus in another?
No, it could be that they are more thorough and more that they put up rules and practices that says, for instance, you should always praise everyone in the working group every day, for what they do. So then the amount of praise from that small working group would be disproportionately take up a proportionate large piece of the total data stream. It would look as though maybe Sempo does 25% of all the contributions in the whole TSC just because they have these practices and rules about praising often or whatever. And we know that still it's like getting more number of praise will give you a higher praise score. So maybe that would lead to like the sample working group would always be in the top 10, the most praised, most with the highest scores.
Yeah, that's a fair concern. We could you think it's not even worth trying? Like you think the risk is so big that it's not even worth trying? Or we could talk to them just to be aware of that.
I'm not saying anything other than what I'm saying. that it's that it was a concern. It just struck me that a smaller group having sort of other rules and guidelines than the big group can lead to sort of the skewing the total data set. But I'm not saying we should try to convince them to not do their experiment or anything, but just be just study it carefully, I guess, when they start. Because there's also some kind of long-term potential praise feature where praise from different working groups will be treated separately. Imagine a huge community. Then the people in the communications channel have no idea what the people in the legal channel is doing, and should they quantify each other's praise when there are thousands of members? No, that is not a good idea. But maybe if praise were praised, you praise within your working group, you praise within your channel, and the praise is also quantified within that channel if you have a big community. That is a potential feature somewhere down the line.
Yeah, something that talks to that is I think the more fluidity we have within working groups, like now in the TEC, they've been looking quite stiff. You know, we have the same working groups for a long time. And I think that's not the healthiest. Like maybe eventually we can start bringing more fluidity, and then groups have shorter, they last for not so long, and then new groups arise. So I think that risk would be not so strong if we have that fluidity. The risk is stronger if things are more stiff.
Yeah. And another solution, if this would turn out to be a problem, or not a problem, but if the data seems to get skewed, then we would have to instruct all the other working groups, like you need to increase your amount of praise because to keep up with the Sempo is doing a great work of praising each other's contributions. Yeah.
Well, seems like a lot of ethereal discussion.
Yeah.
But I guess we just keep on going forward with the experiment and then just like keep an eye on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Well, any more comments?
I just made like the forum post. I don't know if everyone read. I know like Mitch and Libby already read it, but I was planning to post it either today or tomorrow.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, basically it's like to open discussion around praise.
Cool.
Yeah, I started going through it. I didn't want to give my opinions in there. I'm hoping to do that in the forum. I just wanted to look at the structure. I didn't finish doing that yet, but I'll do after this call.
Okay, cool. So I'll post it tomorrow then. Just give me a thumbs up when you finish, Libby, and yeah.
All right. Well, we've got 19 minutes left. Any last minute things, or can I have 19 minutes?